Good morning, students. Welcome to Professor's virtual class on English, and this is meant for both 12th Science and Commerce. So, yesterday we discussed about, day before yesterday we discussed about difference between formal and non-formal letter, and today in detail we will discuss about two types of formal letters. That is, the first one is letter to editor and the second one is job application. So the first one, letter to editor. So editor, it means the editor of a newspaper or a magazine. So being a part of media, often we put our concern, often we try to take the help of media or the print media, that is newspaper and magazines, and here we may give some suggestion, we may raise some complaint that is going on in our mind, and there is no better media than newspaper and magazines to highlight our issue. So might be our complaint or our suggestion, what is the format of letter to editor. And when it comes to letter to editor, we usually mean the editor of a daily. Suppose our complaint or the subject matter of our letter is of local type, then we often try to contact or raise our issue with the help of a local newspaper. Whereas if our concern is of a national type, then we try to take the help of a newspaper whose circulation is almost that covers the entire nation or the entire country. So whatever it may be, coming to the format of letter to editor, and as we have discussed the regular format of a formal letter, it again at the first it comes the sender's address, followed by date and receiver's address. Then it is the subject. Once again I remind you that we might be dealing with a person who is quite busy in life and he might not get enough time to go through the letter entirely. That's why here comes the service of the subject. That is a very short narration of the subject matter that comes in our letter. Then coming salutation. Salutation, you remember it, according to the person to whom you are writing the letter, the salutation differs. And usually when we are writing a letter to the editor of a national or local daily newspaper, that means, so we often use sir / madam. Then after salutation comes the body, and body, because see here we are dealing with the formal letter, there is no chance of exaggeration or getting quite diverted from the real topic. That's why please be pinpointed and try to raise the issue, try to acknowledge something that is going on in our mind with the minimum possible sentence, with the minimum possible words. That is called being pinpointed. After body comes the complimentary closing that yours sincerely is the better complimentary closing for letter to editor, and at the end it comes sender's name along with the signature. And one more precaution I would remind you that when we are writing the receiver's address, we usually write the editor, and after that we usually write the name of the newspaper, and it is the use of definite article the that it is always it comes or it appears before the name of a newspaper. That's why instead of writing the editor Times of India, it is always advisable to write the editor the Times of India. And when the name of the newspaper comprises more than one word, just never forget to capitalize the initial word of each word. That is, For example, if we are going to write Times of India, Times T would be capital, of O would be capital, and India I would be capital. And the same time, I remind you once again that while writing the sender's address or the receiver's address, we no need to put any punctuation mark at the end of each line. No comma, no full stop. Next, this is the simple format of writing a letter to the editor of a local daily or national daily. Now, the second one is job application. Being a student, all of you expect to apply for a job in some day. That's why you must be acquainted with the art of writing a job application. And if your job application is impressive, then of course it would give impression, good impression in favor of you. That's why you must apply all the art of writing while writing a job application. So here once again the format, the starting format is as you can see here. When you are writing a job application, the same formal letter writing format you would follow, and at the end, after writing the sender's name and signature, you won't stop there and you would continue further with the heading biodata. And it reflects all academic as well as non-academic details that your employer, your probable employer might be interested to know about you. So, what are the things that we must put in our biodata? As you can see here, first it comes the name, and instead of writing D.K. Panda, you must write Deepak Kumar Panda. So, first it comes your name in full, then your father's name in full, then your date of birth, then your age, then your gender, then your marital status. Marital status means whether you are married or you are a bachelor. Then it comes your permanent address, and that is followed by address of correspondence. That means your temporary or present address. That means if your employer try to contact with you, then which address he or she should consider. That is your address of correspondence. Then comes educational qualification. And here I remind you some finer points that you should start with an ascending order, that from 10th class you would start giving details of your subjects, the marks, the percentage, the year when you were a student of 10th class. After that your 12th class testimonials, and after that your graduation testimonials and your post-graduation testimonials. After that it comes experience, that you are a fresher or you have already worked in such organization with such responsibilities. So if you have got some experience, then try to write it in detail about in which year, in which institution you were working. And after that it comes present workplace. So at present, whether you are unemployed, and if you are unemployed, then you have to ignore this, and if you are working somewhere, then try to give a brief information about the institution at present where you are working. And it is followed by language known. How many languages you know, in how many languages, different languages you can communicate, that you must write here. After that, your expected salary. If you are selected, if you are considered for the job, then what is the amount of salary you are expecting from the employer? Here, if you don't want to reveal it, then you can simply ignore this, and you may not give the exact figure that how much you are expecting, and you can simply write negotiable. And at the end, it comes reference. Reference means in the institutions where you have already work, is there any authority that they would like to say in favor of you? Suppose before joining this school, I was working in some school XYZ, and here while sending a job application to this school, I may use the reference provided to me by my previous employer, that what type of an employee I was. So if you have got a couple of references, then never try to ignore it and just mention it. That would obviously put an impact on your job application. So this is all detail about your biodata. You must fulfill it clearly, legibly. That a good handwriting, it is that early morning shows the day. The same way, a good handwriting, a nice and neat letter would obviously is going to increase your probable or would be employer. Thank you and have a nice day. Once again, I remind, if you are getting any problem regarding the format, then please consult with me over phone or by sending me message. Thank you.